past 27 years, starting from a small program, we have grown into also actively engaging in community and happily even influencing processes at the global level. We want to build a lot more young people within this space, and we know the adults are part of this essential process we are talking about, because young people cannot work alone. And when the adults within the system are also working and young people are supporting them, it means that we are having a joint system that will support our total development. We can do it very well when we all understand ourselves. So these intergenerational dialogues will continue to promote it. We want to thank UNICEF so much for supporting this process. As we mentioned them, we know there are others that we seldom mention within the process, but are actively always supporting this process. Ghana Health Service is represented. ILO, at a point in time, we had IPEC in the process. Now we've gone working on the accelerator lab and all, looking at what we expose children to at an early age. Kwame is here, so I won't go so much into it. We welcome you all once again, thanking you for the time you spent with us. And we know by the time we are wrapping up, we would have done something good for our generation in our small space. Thank you so much for coming on screen.
On behalf of UNICEF, I'm very pleased to join today's event to talk about issues that affect children, adolescents, and young people in Ghana, such as child marriage, gender-based violence, violence against women and children. We know that these topics are very difficult topics to talk about. However, it will be also important to just, look at some of the key facts about these practices.
Some traditional practices that are very harmful in Ghana. The first one is the FGM, the female genital mutilation. Another one that we've been fighting all over the years and we've not been able to completely, kick it out of our system, the troposi one. There is another one which is also called scarification, which is already gone down. I think it's almost gone. Scarification is where you leave marks on the faces. And it used to be done in the northern region, where, among the Agatis, they give birth and they give marks. And it was meant for a traditional purpose, but then it also was disfiguring the faces of children. But over the years, this has, fizzled out. Then we have nutritional taboos. Nutritional taboos are where people say if you're a girl, you don't have to take eggs, you don't have to take meat. And the reason they give is that when you take too much meat and you go and marry, you'll be stealing from your husband's home. Then we have the early marital practice. I did a presentation on early marital practice last year somewhere, and there was one of the pictures that I showed that was so funny. The girl the bride who was being given out was playing whilst, she was being married to someone. So it tells you that the person who is getting married doesn't even know what this whole thing is about. So that's why I say it is insane to be sane when the whole world is insane. It's a very difficult.
There are kind of situations where we are going into the community and when issues of mental health are spoken about in terms of the conditions, some of the factors, the risk factors that are lead to mental health. And then they'll say, hey, that means so you are saying. That's what people tend to, because they didn't know. It is when they have been educated, they have been enlightened about some of these things, they tend to know that this and this is what is happening to the person, not what they have been thinking. For that reason, they'll keep the person away from seeking treatment or taking them for treatment. Use your voice for kindness, your ears for compassion, your hands for charity, your mind for truth, your heart for love. Thank you so much.
Child labor is work that wrongly affects the child's health, education, and development. Any work that affects the child's health, education, and development. So all the ones I've mentioned before, let's take house chores, okay? Like sweeping. It's not child labor. You are supposed to sweep to keep the house clean. But if your house is like open floor, is sandy, you can still sweep. But if it's dusty and you are an asthmatic patient and you are sweeping, even if the sweeping is just one stroke, it is child labor. So child B, who is asthmatic, will sweep a dusty place and it is child labor. Child A, who is not asthmatic and healthy, will sweep a dusty place and it is not child labor. We go a lot to communities and you ask our children, what do you want to be in future? Somebody says, I want to be a teacher. Somebody says, I want to be a soldier. Somebody says, I want to be a policeman. You realize that their ambition is related to their circumstances. I ask, I never heard a child, even in Accra, say that I want to be a spaceman, that I want to go on Mars, or I want to develop artificial intelligence. No. Because our scope of thinking, the space of opportunity we have for our children is very, very limited. The power of education is that you have the capacity to generate resources of your own as much as you can, given the environment. And that if somebody didn't give you a job, you are capable of creating one. We start from somewhere to get somewhere. Thank you for your attention.
No girl should be made a mother, because when you are a girl, yours is to attain the highest level of education that you can. And when you are ready, you become a mother. So let's all support and make this place a better place for the vulnerable ones.
Report is a tool that we use to engage young people around the world. So not only in Ghana, around the world, people are sharing their ideas, thoughts about the particular issue that matters to them. And these issues are relatable to young people. So it gives you that confidence to be able to share your thoughts without no one seeing that it's coming from you, it's coming from your phone, it's coming from this place, but it is anonymous. So anyone who looks at the data.
We were taught what the new report was. Look at me, a little girl or a young girl from a deprived area. My fingers have not even touched a young phone before. So how can my story be told? That sad story, how can it be told? It still falls on the grandmother. Give me that fish, and I'll take a boat, cross to the river bank, and then I leave them.
Please report any case of child marriage in your community on this hotline as well. 0800-800-800. We need a collaborative effort to end this. So join the conversation. The conversation has not stopped. It's endless. Go online, share your opinion, use the hashtag end child marriage, tag Pure Science, tag Ghana, and share your opinion.
We are having a final one here in Accra, where we are bringing national stakeholders to push the agenda. So we picked up issues from these regions and zones that we visited, talking about harmful practices, and then the aim is to move it to members of parliament for them to add their voices to this particular agenda that we are pushing, and to keep an eye on our social media handles as we have series of campaigns that are being run there and series of Twitter spaces that are coming up. The conversation doesn't end here. Join us on our radio program every Saturday on Unique FM. If you are in Tamale on Savannah Radio, if you are in Cape Coast, Radio Central. Thank you very much.